Hi, this is Chico Resch. You are listening to the Let's Go Devils podcast on the Primetime Radio Network.
Happy Devils Thursday. This is Game Day Live, coming to you live from the Primetime Radio Studios inside the bunker in an undisclosed location, beautiful New Jersey. And at the highest point in the world, streaming live on Facebook Live, YouTube Live, paying the premium on X Live, and Twitch on the Let's Go Devils Network. We're without Vinny Parisi, but that's okay.
We are.
Yes, Vinny Parisi at pucksandpitchforks.com. I'm your host, Sam
He ditched
Wu.
us.
Oh, yeah, he
Ditched
did.
us.
I'm your host, Sam Wu, here with Shorts Guy, so we can talk smack about Vinny Parisi at pucksandpitchforks.com. I'm going to try to plug as much as possible.
Okay.
pucksandpitchforks.com, a great website headed by Nick Villano, my partner on State of the Fan Address. Yes, pucksandpitchforks.com. And also, if you want more news about this podcast, go to joinourcrew.com. Again, joinourcrew.com as the Devils, or I should say, the 4-2 Devils face Brady Tkachuk's Ottawa Senators.
Mm-hmm.
We talk about Brady Tkachuk all summer long, all spring long. The rumors, the conspiracy theories. But now here we are.
Yeah.
In Ottawa.
He was apparently spotted skating in New Jersey. His wife is from New Jersey. So all those rumors and conspiracy theories are lining up, but they've not completely lined up yet, so we'll find out if that actually happens at some point. Would be nice, but hey, if this Devils team gels the way that we're hoping it does, maybe we won't need him.
Yeah.
You never know.
Yeah, and remember all of those trade scenarios that people were suggesting, like Beer Baron, who I had to remind that he wanted Seamus Casey going the other way.
He was not happy when you pointed that out to him.
Yeah.
Not happy in the least.
I wanted Siegenthaler out no matter what, but again, I should get a Siegenthaler jersey just to make that happen, to be honest.
Watch it doesn't happen for him.
Yeah, I know. Then I'm just stuck with it, you know. But in all seriousness, Seamus Casey right now is making the case.
Revelation.
Yeah. Making the case, no pun intended,
Nope.
of, well, at least for the first 6 games, of colder consideration, just a little bit in the first 6 games, that small sample.
Yeah, small little sample size. Yeah, he's definitely making that case. He's making the case for sticking with this team when we have the likes of Brett Pesce and Luke Hughes come back. So he's making his case to be a permanent part of this roster at a very young age in his first season with the Devils. And I like it. I mean, I mentioned before on Game Day Live, I picked him up on my fantasy team just because. And looking at my fantasy lineup right now, they've just went from a gray silhouette to they actually have a picture of him. So that means that he's actually getting some credit from ESPN, which is pretty remarkable because ESPN pretty much, even though they cover hockey quite a bit, they pretty much suck at everything else with it.
Yeah. Will Rawson, I want to shout out to Will Rawson, says, boys, I just flew in from Kansas, and our first stop was American whiskey,
Woo!
cheese pizza, and some brews. Yes, Frank the Tank makes some great pizzas at American whiskey. And if you're there, Will, you tell Alejandra and Frank and our beast of a friend, Din Wiesel, our bodyguard, that Sam Wu and Shorts Guy sent you of the Let's Go Devils podcast. You have to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And I see AJ Visco is going to the Tampa game. I'm assuming if this is the AJ Visco I coached, I'll be seeing you in Tampa. So will Sam. So AJ, hopefully you'll have to. If people go to joinourcrew.com, we can sign up and you can get some alerts where we're going to be hanging out when we're in Tampa because we're going to be there. We're going to hang out. We want to meet everyone that travels. We want to all sit together, have some beers together. So go to joinourcrew.com and find out the latest and greatest for the Tampa trip.
Lots of plugs. By the way,
lots of plugs.
Towards the end of this podcast, I have some beef.
Nice.
But I have some beef with a certain company.
Okay.
Yeah,
You have
company
quite some beef.
that did a bait and switch on me, and I want to do a public service announcement of buyer beware of this company a little bit later.
Unfortunately, it's a bit of a monopoly, but hey, we'll get there.
You
hey,
know
Sam,
what?
did you
What?
hold on? Before you go into your rant, did you know that pucksandpitchforks.com is a great site for hockey news?
It's not only a great site for hockey news, but they're also looking for new writers. Go to pucksandpitchforks.com to find out and where to sign up.
Okay, back to your rant, Sam.
Oh, I thought you were going to, and
No.
I was just going with the flow there. All right,
cool.
I'm not going to rant about the beef. I'm going to call it the beef because it's going to be, it's just as bad as Erica Wachter, not renewing her contract. This is actually greater than that because it affects more people than those who are fans of Erica Wachter, which is a lot. So it tells you how big it is. But Corbin says, Sam, is the podcast going to Vegas again this year? Of course, you answer it yes.
Yes.
We're planning on it again. The problem with this podcast is we're last-minute planners, which is why we created joinourcrew.com in the first place, so we can get the message out, because it's very, spur of the moment. Just like...
Well, we're trying to plan this Utah Vegas trip a little bit better this year.
Yeah.
But, yeah, we're planning on going. But, yeah, go to joinourcrew.com and find out.
Why are we
Join
talking
us.
so in advance? Because on Saturday, against the Washington Capitals, we're big staging it, baby. And we're bringing music.
We are. I can't wait.
We're bringing
Cannot
music.
wait.
Yeah. I better talk to Matt, good friend of the podcast.
Yeah.
That's going to be singing on the big stage. Because I thought we need to have a little concert out there. I don't know how we're going to pull it off. I know nothing about musician equipment or whatever, but we're going to pull it off. We're going to pull it off. Yeah. Worst case scenario, we could just play music at that point if we can't figure it out.
We could. We do have your iPod, your original click wheel iPod playlist ready to go.
iPod Shuffle from 2006 is what
and
talks about.
We've got Scotty's playlist as well, so we got tunes. So come on out to the big stage. We're going to be there at American Whiskey this Saturday. I cannot wait. We've your cousin Marty will be there.
Yes, my cousin Marty.
Some of my teammates will be there. It's going to be a good Saturday, and the weather's looking fantastic. By the way, Sam, the weather's going to be in the 70s. It's going to be sunny. It's a day to have some.
My nephew is going to be with me too
outside,
my nephew,
which is cool. I'll get to meet your nephew.
Yeah, he's a Flyers fan, but this is the way to convert him. I'm gonna
absolutely.
figure it out. I'm gonna be like, look, buddy. I get about the Eagles, I get about all that stuff, but you're gonna be a Devils fan. Anyway, we're getting totally off topic here because we have a game to play. And as I was going before about Seamus Casey, look, I'm gonna say something controversial, and then later I'm gonna talk about the beef.
The beef.
But I'm going to say right now, 5 years from now, when it's all said and done, I'm going to say Tom Fitzgerald was wrong of selecting Simon Nemec. He should have selected Logan Cooley instead.
You wanted Logan Cooley from the beginning.
From the way beginning.
From the way beginning. You wanted him from the beginning.
From the way beginning. Nick Villano had me convinced otherwise for about a minute. But I'm going back on that, and, at the time, this whole thing about beef and Slavkovsky and all that, I thought he was going to be a bust. But I wanted Logan Cooley, damn it. But now we have Simon Nemec. But who would have ever thought that we knew he had a huge upside, but Seamus Casey is making the case that Simon Nemec should go back to the AHL and develop. And I hope he becomes the second overall pick type talent that the Devils will have for the next 10 to 15 years. I hope. But right now, we're living in the present. Seamus Casey is a god. Okay? Seamus Casey is rewriting the history books. Last season, we were talking about Luke Hughes in the future, Nemitz in the future, Dougie Hamilton for the next few years, Siegenthaler. I didn't talk about him, but Seamus Casey is a god.
Well, I'll tell you what. Reading the comments here, Shroomgroon White wants to know if this is a Woostradamus prediction you got going here.
Ooh.
That's a new one for you. A Woostradamus. I love it.
2025. Woo. Like that?
Woo. I guess so. Well, Nostradamus was known for predicting things. So we'll see if you're a Woostradamus and we win in 25.
Yes. But I will tell you, that could be a big mistake. The Slovakian team that they were picking from, the whole hype around it. I think COVID had a lot to do with their mindset and making these just not much scouting report at that time. I don't know. But what's done is done. Nemitz is on the team. Seamus Casey, I think, could be a lock. How can you send him down now after the first 6 games?
It's tough. It's really tough, and you don't. I don't think you do, and I don't even know if you send Nemitz down either. You have him watch from the press box. Last year, him and Luke were in the disadvantage of they had to be out there regardless, and they couldn't watch the game from above, and they really had no one to watch to try to learn from. But now they have.
I'm in a disagreement with it, but go ahead.
No, well now they have a much better defensive core between Dylan, Pesce. You've got Hamilton back. It's one of those things. Like, yeah, I know you want reps down below, but if you have to send someone, it's going to be Nemitz. But if you're going to keep him up, as an extra defenseman, you have him watch from the press box and you have him practice with the team because you're going to learn from watching the better guys play.
It's not
versus
a bad
just
thing.
Playing against the least. Let's face it, AHL level is a lesser opponent, but I'd rather him watch and learn and be tutored by the better guys than to go down and be the dominant guy in the AHL and not really learn much. Yeah, you kind of perfect your craft down there, but I'd rather him struggle and learn from better defensemen in front of him.
I look at it from a different point of view because Martin Brodeur, when he first came to the league, he was an emergency call-up, right? He got a taste of the NHL. Got a taste. And it was a nice taste. I think he went 3-2 that year, something like that. He got a nice taste of the NHL.
Yeah.
But then he spent some time in Utica. And it's not only just development, but we also have to realize, as human beings, he's coming from another country, spending a year in the States, not under the spotlight. He was robbed that of last season because there was just so many injuries. That in fairness to Simon Nemitz, I think it was kind of a disservice to bring him up that early. And
he had no choice. They had no choice.
But no, they had a choice. You just suck. You tank it more for Celebrini at that point. The season was lost at that point.
No, you don't do that. I mean, we just because it was a long way to tank. To get Celebrini. It was a long way to tank. And I feel like if we want to have a Samu conspiracy theory here, Scalabrini he's a Cali boy from the Bay Area. He's from that area. It's like, why would you not want him to go there? Like it would have been too much for a tank, and I don't think Fitzgerald is the tanking type at all, by any means.
Well, I don't believe in tanking because I think it's bad juju. I'm kind of kidding around by the tank because I thought the season was over. Why disrupt someone's development when you kind of knew it was over? You could have put somebody else in the lineup.
But who? I
don't know.
You ruined someone else's development at that point, and they bring up the one who's the most developed at the time, and it was Nemitz.
That's debatable. But bottom line, Seamus Casey, he's got a spot.
Revelation. He's got a spot. And it's his spot to lose at this point. He's earned his spot. It's his to lose at this point. And he. This is such a far cry from what we were last year. We were struggling for defense, and now we have an abundance of defense. And I'd rather and goaltending. And this is the first game for me tonight that I'm going to be able to sit down and watch Markstrom play, because I couldn't watch the first game that he played in Prague. I was able to watch the second game, which Jake Allen played. Jake Allen played fantastic. And every other game so far, I've had to listen on the radio because I've been busy. It's just the way my life has been the last couple of days. So this is one of those things where I'm excited to be able to watch Markstrom tonight and really kind of get a good feel of what he does. Someone posted in one of the other Devils groups. I took a screen cap of this because I thought it was interesting and I wanted to bring it up tonight. I guess apparently Markstrom has this. He just had this constant routine to where he would go to the bench. He would drink. Here it is. So this comes from, I don't know if he's a listener, but from the New Jersey Devils group on Facebook. This guy Tony Schrimmer. So apparently during the commercial breaks, he had this. Goalies are weird. I'm weird. We're all weird. You and I know a lot of the same goalies, Sam. All of us are odd. So apparently he, at the commercial breaks, would come to the bench, tilt his helmet the exact way. 2 water bottles he drank from sequentially and just stared aimlessly out into the crowd. Like, these are the cool things about goalies that I love to hear. And I just thought that was a really neat insight into what Markstrom does and what his routine is. So I love that type of stuff. And I'm excited to be able to watch him play tonight and get to see. You and I saw him live against. I'm drawing a blank on who he opened up against. Toronto, sorry. You and I saw him against Toronto. I liked watching his movements. He's very quick. But tonight, it'll be on TV. I'll get to watch him a little bit better because we were up a little bit high for that game. So I'm excited to be able to sit and watch him tonight. And it's going to be fun.
Yeah, I'm getting texts if I ate McDonald's today.
Well, that's you and I have to flip channels a little bit later on. And Brooke Amanda, you are correct. We are very strange creatures as goalies. We are oddly strange and weird.
Anthony LaPena.
Sam can say that.
Anthony LaPena, a big fan. Tori says hi.
Woo!
Hello, Tori. I think she's probably like 8 years old by now.
That's awesome.
Yeah, she's been following us since she was 5, I believe. And then Anthony moved around the country, lost a little touch, but never forgot. But this is how we build this fan base. And tell Tori go to joinourcrew.com for the latest. So when you're traveling around the world, you can get the latest updates through your email. Be like, oh, remember that little podcast called the Let's Go Devils podcast? Yeah.
Especially if you want to know where we're going in Tampa.
Yeah.
So, definitely have to go to joinourcrew.com and find out. And while you're at joinourcrew.com, you should also, after you sign up for our mailing list, you should go to pucksandpitchforks.com.
Yeah.
And
I'm getting texts about this McDonald's. Like, it's making me sick.
And I got to serve, real quick to serve. You're talking about Brizgalov. That was the oddest Flyers goalie, talking about the universe. He was the stereotypical oddball weird goalie. And yeah, Brooke Amanda's right. You have to be a moron and an idiot to want to just get pelted with things for fun to be a goalie.
I was goalie in every other sport but hockey.
Yeah, and you were a goalie in lacrosse, which I give you credit. That's more insane than
you know what's insane?
Being a regular goalie.
I tell this to people all the time, and you can ask my old teammates in high school. If you really want to get your reflexes going in goal in lacrosse, don't wear a jockstrap and cup as a goalie.
Oh,
it's insane. It makes you a better goaltender. It's like driving without a seatbelt. And I did it for a few games, so the coach told me never to do that again.
I'm glad he told you that, Sam.
It's magical how your reflexes work, and your 5-hole is covered pretty well at that point. But all right, so we're getting to near the prediction time. Get in your predictions.
Yes.
We all make predictions. I make right predictions. I make wrong predictions. But most of the times I make right predictions because I'm Woostradamus. Ooh. And I want to hear you.
Hold on, Sam.
What?
Evan just said, if we're in a wild card spot by game 75 and Burger King shows up in the stands and provides us some W's, will you eat a Whopper before every game?
Sure. Why not? Why not?
Just as long as Mrs. Wu is on board.
Well, let me tell you, Mrs. Wu is the wife of the year for the 8th year in a row.
She is.
You have no idea. I don't want to talk about, personal things out on air, but Shorts guy knows a couple of them. But
yeah,
she should
Mrs.
be
Wu's
anointed
the
a
best.
saint. Sainthood. She's in that running. Wouldn't you agree?
Well, first of all, she deals with you on the daily, so yes.
Yeah.
That's first.
She also should get she should also get some support, from you, the fans, with the super chat. No, I'm just kidding. But yeah, I don't know how I can't even put up with myself sometimes, but it's true. It's true. I don't understand it. I leave my clothes all over the place. I'm messy sometimes.
You're Sam. You're just Sam Wu.
Yeah. Sometimes you rip one without knowing it. My excuse is
That's when you wear.
It slipped
That's
out.
when you wear your shirt.
Whoops.
That's when you wear your shirt.
Well, who farted?
Yeah.
Yeah. So let me tell you, Mrs. Wu is she's a wonderful lady. I wish she was here right now because right now she's at work. It stinks. I feel bad. I have this guilt trip. As we're getting these predictions, this is the stall tactics. But we got JP says 5-1.
Yep.
5-1 what? Brooke Amanda says 4-1 what? But Little Bub says 6-1 Devils. 5-4
Serve
Devils.
says 3-1 Devils.
Says Michael. Sharoon White, 4-1. Oh my goodness! The inventor of beefalytics and what was that? And hamalytics. Hamalytics as well. 5-3 Devils. Joseph Lenham says 7-2 Devils. Tom says 5-2 Devils. IDK says 6-2 Devils. Brat Redemption for that whiff. Tori says 6-1 Devils victory. Let's see. Select the Boy says 4-2 Devils. Brooke Amanda says, I want to marry someone who likes me that much. Corbin says 5-3 Devils. Wimpy says 2-1 Devils in overtime. Yes, Wimpy. 5 minutes to go! Yeah.
Haven't heard that live in a long time.
Evan says 3-2 Devils. One sends empty netter. O-M-I goodness. Beef. Anthony LePena now says 4-3 Devils. Eloise says 100 Devils, 0 other team. She's 3. Hey, it could happen. It could happen.
That's a Sam Wu prediction.
Hey,
Eloise with a Sam Wu prediction.
But you know what? No prediction. Look, that prediction is better than no prediction. That's what I have to say. Yeah. Because if you're getting predictions, it's good. It's great.
Morgan just said 6-2 Devils.
Yeah.
So there you go.
Yeah.
A lot of people are predicting the Devils to win tonight.
All right.
Beer Baron was a little bent out of shape, by the way, on Sunday because he made a prediction and was wrong, and then his daughter gave him some crap for it, and So apparently, Beer Baron doesn't like to make wrong predictions. The bottom line is he's not used to making wrong predictions. Sam, you and I make wrong predictions, a lot during the season. Even though 60% of the time we're right every time, when it comes to our predictions, we're not really all that correct. But we have fun with it anyway.
You know what? And Tom says Dougie scores for a football call. It was Scotty that wanted the Dougie Hamilton, Doug Flutie type football calls. And you know what? I've been dreading it because eventually that day will happen. But I don't even know how it's going to come out because it first came out with Andreas Janssen. Then when the Devils traded for John Marino from Western PA, go figure. And then By the way, I talked to Paul Marino today. Great guy.
Oh, nice.
Great guy. Yeah. Awesome guy. I can't wait to eat his pocket cookies again. Maybe when we go to Utah. You know what Paul said to me on the phone today?
What did he say?
Said, he's like, "Oh, you going to Utah?" And I was like, "Yeah." He goes, "You go, I go." And then I said, "Paul."
Nice.
I said, "Paul, what is this, the Titanic?" And he just freaking lost it. Mike Rossi says 3-1 Devils. I miss Wimpy's 5 minutes to go. Mudbug says 3-1 Devils. Good sir. All right. Well, we're getting these. JP says Dougie 1-2-3 tonight. Yeah, and the other thing. Go ahead.
If Dougie Hamilton scores, everyone's just going to have to tune into Devils After Dark to see what Sam Wu does.
Yeah, and also I'm going to give the 3 stars of the game. I haven't talked to Scotty about this, but Backhanded Devil on Twitter was like, "Look, you got to give your own stars." I'm like, that's a great idea because screw the media. We are the big media. Anyway, we better hurry up because we're getting top of the hour. But let's get our
we're getting top of the hour.
All right, go ahead.
All right, so we're away at the Senators tonight, and I saw someone, and I apologize because I forget who said it in the group, but Olmark is not playing tonight apparently, so the Senators have a backup goalie in. Credit to Brooke Amanda for sending us the line combos early this morning. We have Paul Cotter playing with Jack Hughes and Jesper Bratt tonight, so he's earned his spot up to the second line. Paul Cotter, who on Hockey on Tap, I predicted to be the Maurice the Rocket Richard Award winner this season for most goals scored in the NHL, which is obviously a pipe dream, but hey, you never know. He's on pace. I'm going to say the Devils are going to win tonight 5-3.
8-3 Devils.
All right, that's the Sam Wu score.
That goalie is going to get lit up.
All right.
8-3 Devils. And Mrs. Wu, I know you're at work right now. You better mark this down.
Sam, if people go to joinourcrew.com and sign up to get our updates, especially when we travel, they may find out first when they might get to meet the very famous Mrs. Wu.
Ooh. Mrs. Wu is the wife of the year. She allows me to do this podcast. She allows me to scream at the top of my lungs on Devils After Dark.
Yes, she does.
She allows me to, no, she doesn't. I was about to say leave my laundry all over the place. And you know what the sad thing is, Shorts Guy?
What?
I bring nothing to the table in this relationship. But I love Mrs. Wu.
You bring character.
I don't
bring character.
I don't bring character. That's like a cop-out. Oh, yeah. You bring, well.
But Sam, your mother-in-law loves you.
Yeah, but she loves everybody.
I know. And she loves
she's like
me
a
too.
puppy. Yeah, she's like
a
puppy.
She absolutely does love you. Your mother-in-law was also a saint for what she did at the Mets game. So
let me tell you, not many mother-in-laws are dressed like the Hamburglar when you're dressed like Grimace. going to a playoff game, no less, it was freaking expensive.
without Mrs. Wu knowing until you guys got there.
Oh, yes. Yeah. That's the only way we could get away with it. And then the worst part was I have a stealth Amazon account. She's like, I didn't see it in the cart. I was like, well, how the hell do you think I'm going to get away? Because they allow sub-accounts. Anyway, I can't give away.
Now she knows about the stealth account, so now you're screwed.
All right. So the beef.
Yep. Let's hear it.
Beef. And this is a public service announcement because I have beef with a company called Ticketmaster.
Yes, you do, and you have every right to have beef with them.
Because Shorts Guy knows.
Yep, bunch of jerks.
I said, Shorts Guy, Mets playoff tickets. Let's get them. Yeah, we'll get them.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's just pay for it and we'll figure it out later.
Yep, agreed upon a price, all good. Let's go.
Yeah. Went on Ticketmaster, bought 4 tickets to the Mets Phillies game 4, which was October 9th, the Lindor Grand Slam game.
One of the greatest moments in Mets history.
Tickets didn't arrive, even though an email said it did. It wasn't in my account. It wasn't in the MLB account. One day, game 1, game 2, game 3. And the day of the game 4, it was not my account. And at 4 a.m., I made a decision, which does not make financially, it makes no sense, but spent a boatload of money for game 4 because you wait till the last minute. And I went to SeatGeek.com, who's the official provider of the secondaries of the New York Mets, and the tickets were there in a minute. And I kept on calling Ticketmaster, and I called them. You wait an hour, and they tell you, it's coming this day. It's coming. If it doesn't, you can call us back. Yeah, right. And what, wait another hour?
Yeah.
Will I get a refund? Will I get a refund if I don't get the tickets? You absolutely will. Okay. Game happened. We used the SeatGeek seats. I screenshot everything. And guess what happened? The Mets won. We were having a good time. The next day, I called Ticketmaster. We're going to escalate this 3 to 5 days, and we'll give you a decision. Okay. 5 business days, 6, 7 business days. Finally, I called them up because I didn't hear from them. They should at least email me. You know what they told me? We transferred you the tickets, even though 3 hours prior to the game, they told me that they're working on it. They transferred me the tickets, and I am not going to be issued a refund. And let me tell you, that's a lot of money we spent on tickets for Game 4. Because the Phillies fans were buying it, the Mets fans were buying it, and all that.
That's a monopoly for you.
Yep. So buyer beware, and I'm actually going to talk to the New Jersey Devils about this. I'm going to talk to the New Jersey Attorney General about this. I'm going to talk to the New York Mets and Major League Baseball about this because I've got concrete evidence that I did everything right and it was stirred the wrong way. Now, I know this is David versus Goliath. I know whatever, but I'm going to get to the bottom of this because
as you should. Because
Devils, they sell their tickets through Ticketmaster.
Who doesn't? That's the unfortunate thing.
Company. A bait and switch. They are fraudulent. And
it's
I want everybody to be aware of that.
It's a monopoly. Same company that had all those problems selling Taylor Swift tickets.
Yeah.
Where their sites crashed and all this crap. It's a monopoly. It's a monopoly, and we have antitrust laws that should prevent a monopoly like this. However, it's Ticketmaster and Live Nation. That's it.
I might even take an ad out on a billboard just to make a stink of this.
That would be fantastic if you did that, Sam.
But I'm giving them one more chance because they're supposed to email me back. And if I'm not satisfied, I'm going to take it a whole new level. Because this is not about me. This is about consumers being defrauded. Is that even a word? Is it defrauded? Or
it's close enough.
Yeah. Basically getting ripped off. Wimpy says woo is for people. Yes!
Woo is for the people. I know that for a fact.
I should run for president one day. Anyway.
You should.
Yeah, the first thing I'm going to do is take out the New York Rangers out of New York.
I don't know if the president has that kind of power, but
and move them to Hawaii. Anyway, all right.
Poor William.
Yeah.
Poor William.
But Ticketmaster, yes, survey is scamming everyone, and
big time.
And to tell you the truth, I thought Ticketmaster was like the gold standard in terms of at least they're not fake tickets or whatever. But this should not be a problem. Once you buy it, you should get it. And that's all I have to say about that. But, yeah, I'm letting it out right now. Buyer beware with Ticketmaster. They will screw you if they can.
Hey, Sam?
Yeah.
We're 2 minutes on top of the hour. I think we should go watch the game.
I know. I was just trying to find the button. That's why I was stalling.
Boom. You're always looking for the button.
Yeah. All right. That's enough. Thank
Let's
you
do
to
it.
all those tuning in. We got Devils After Dark after the game. Not after the game, but after the game. And keep it here. Keep it real. JoinOurCrew.com. Go to pucksandpitchforks.com if you're bored. And until next time, let's go Devils.